Hi folks, Peter Calcraft again, standing in the auditorium, devoid of people, but lots of food. David, why don't you just pan around a little bit and show the folk the food that's
Wow,
here.
yeah.
We've only actually just been doing one shop.
Wow.
Les and I go into Aldi's with 4 trolleys and we pick up loads of things.
Yeah.
But the sad news is we've got to do it twice again.
Wow.
So this represents only about a third of what we'll get through next week.
Yeah.
So it's been a great week for us. We opened up Abergele again, having closed the Pensan program for the last, 3 weeks. So we were blessed by the invitation from Vicar Kate at the St. Michael's Church in the centre of Abergele. Kate, by the way, is the wife of
Quentin.
Quentin.
Yeah.
You may know, some of you, Quentin, who used to fellowship with us, I think, back at Bethel, in the heyday of Bethel. And Quentin became the vicar for St. John's down the road here in Old Colwyn. Well, he married an American lady who was his assistant, and she's become the vicar of St. Michael's in Abergele. And she's been a great blessing to us. She's welcomed us into St. Michael's, and we were able just to restart the program in Abergele. We had about 15 or so folk, families come in this morning. So it's the start again of a program in Abergele. Overall, between the 3 programs this week, I guess we've covered, let me just tot up in my mind, about 170 families. No, it's more than that actually. We did 80 here, about 80 in Rhyl, and a 15 number in Abergele. So what does that make? 175.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's been a great blessing. It's been tiring, but a great blessing to see the folks so grateful for the food that we've been able to give out. Now, I've got a bit of news for you. Looking at this program over the last few weeks, we've been really blessed at what we've been able to do in such a short time. But when you come down to it, it's really a drop in the ocean. There is so much grief, so much problems out there in our community at the moment. Real hardships, real poverty, real food poverty, as folk really scramble for food. It has broken our hearts on many occasions in the last couple of weeks, particularly, to see people in such straits. And whilst we've been very pleased and gratified to give them £15 of food, but what's £15 worth of food? You know, I don't know what your shopping is. Kath and I were just tossing up what sort of spend do we have on food intake in a week. And just for the 2 of us, we reckon £45, £50, £60 doesn't go adrift. And we're not living luxuriously for that sort of value. So where does £15 go? Nowhere. In reality, it's probably for a large family, and we're dealing with families with 5 or 6 children, it's probably a day's food, if that. So whilst we're pleased with what we can offer and all the effort we've put into this, I think there's the realization it's nothing really. It's a drop in the ocean for the need that's out there. So we've been scampering about, beginning to design yet another program. This is Action Program 2 in the life of North Wales, or Foodshare North Wales. What we're now intending to do from May the 1st, so I've set myself a timeline target, May the 1st, which is only Friday next week, we want to start a ready meal program. This will become the Shore Hope COVID-19 Ready Meal program. And what we're trying to do is target 100 families who will receive a ready meal for the entire family every other day. Now, when you begin to add that up, perhaps the average family might be 4 people, 4 or 5. And when you count up the number of meals, we think that means we have to prepare, freeze down, have available 200 meals a day to go out for this 100 families. Big program. But God has been so gracious to us. Just in the last few days, everything's beginning to fall into place. I remembered that across the road from where we lived a chef. And I came out yesterday morning, in fact, and there he was, Lewis, his name. I beetled over to have a word with him, said, Lewis, how would you like to get involved in a cooking program? So he said, what's this, a program on the telly? So I said, no, it's not a program on the telly, brother. But what we could do is, with your help, begin to produce some meals, some ready meals for these needy folk. Oh, he said, yeah, I'd be interested in that. You wouldn't believe how bored I am. I'm sitting here at home in the lockdown, and as a busy chef, this is totally foreign to me. I've got to be doing things. I'm out here building a fence. Just something to do. So anyway, Lewis came with me over to the church at Shore Hope, had a look at our kitchens, said, yep, I'm in. I'll get involved in this. More than that, I've got a load of chef mates who could get involved as well. Now, Lewis is the head chef for the Toad. You know the Toad down on the prom near Rose. By last night, he had 12 of his mates all signed up. And these are the best restaurants and pubs and hotels around Colwyn Bay, Llandudno, out to Conwy as well. They're all keen to be involved in the program. Yesterday, we got further money from Conwy Council. You wouldn't believe it, it's to buy more freezers. But this time, we're going to buy farm foods freezers. You know the sort of freezers you get when you go into Iceland. They're at waist level, they've got a glass cover, and you slide the cover aside and get your fish fingers out of the cabinet. So we're going to install 2 of these in the bean bar area, and they're going to be our freezers for 100 ready meals. We're going to invite these chefs to be involved in a rota process. So every other day, one of these chefs will be in our kitchens or in their own kitchens preparing 50 meals. And we want to see 200 meals a day being produced and then frozen down. It's got the backing of the council. It's got the backing of some contacts that I've made. Some of you may know of Tony Doyle, Doyle Meats. He brings meats to the market here in Colwyn Bay. He said, I'm in to produce for you a ready stream of meats and potato. We've been back in touch with Morrison's, and Morrison's are now considering, and I believe will come on board to provide vegetables towards the mix. Lots of issues still to get over, but I think it's so exciting that we can be seen to be providing 100 desperate families with nourishing food every other day, 7 days a week. So that's the summary of another exciting program that we're looking to start Friday next week, the 1st of May. It's going to need more volunteers. We need assistance for the chefs in their cooking process. We're going to need drivers to deliver the ready meals out to homes. And we'll use the same sort of process as we've been doing for the Foodshare program. Others will come at a timed interval to pick up their frozen meals here at the church as well. I think it's a novel program. It's something that will grip the news headlines, so expect to see Shore Hope Church portrayed and broadcast over the coming days. So bless you. We couldn't do all of this without your support. And we're moving into another phase now. Not that we're forgetting our Foodshare program. That will continue to grow and develop. Just pray for a release of finance. If I tell you that this week's shopping amounted to £1,900, that's what we spent on buying this food. And that sort of burn rate is going to be a great burden as we go forward, as more people come to us for both programs. So we need money. We need a lot of money to come into the fold. Bless you. I'm sure you'll enjoy what Dave is about to bring. Bless you again. Bye.
Thank you, Peter.